Hey everyone, this is Tom with Central Coast Kayaks and Pro Kayak Fishing, and today we're going to go over the Viking Kayak Reload. This is an amazing paddling kayak with a lot of options and accessories that can go into it. This is a 14-foot, 10-inch kayak, so she's pretty long, but great speed, great handling, and some amazing features. She's 30 inches in width, so she's like going right through water like a knife through butter when you're paddling her. We're going to start up the front and move our way back. So up at the bow or the front of the kayak, you'll notice a couple things. One is it's got a fabric handle up there. Very, very nice, but it has this really nice sharp entry point which just pierces right through all the waves and through the surf. Great, great boat for offshore. Coming up onto the front deck, you've got bungee cords, and these molded in lines actually shed water rather quickly. It has a bead right here so you can put your paddle blade underneath it very easily. It just rolls right underneath it if you need to store your paddle up there for any reason. And something that's unique, and kind of if you look at surf skis, you have this little shield right here. So this molded shield takes the wave coming off the bow and splits it and pulls it away from the cockpit. Also in this, you've got rod stagers here where you can put your rods and work the rod tips through here as you're launching or landing through surf. Right here you've got your hatch, very accessible. They have two straps that come down, so this isn't going to go anywhere. It's a nice rubber hatch, very well sealed, and lots of big opening for storage. And if you notice, it's across the width of the boat and not the length of the boat. So it's very easy to store a bunch of dry bags in there if you're going to be camping out of it, or if you're going to be doing a lot of packing out of the boat. A lot of room back down in here as well. You could put a couple of shorter rods down through the sides if you'd like to store them inside. And it's very stable if you have to get access to this hatch while you're on the water. But this rubber hatch is very, very water resistant. Nothing waterproof, but very, very, very well sealed. Another great thing about this boat, it shares with its smaller brother, the Profish GT, is this tackle pod. This tackle pod's amazing because it's removable and it's fully functional. What I mean by that is right out of the box, it comes standard with the Reload. You've got two rod holder bases from Railblazer. Easily pop in your Railblazer rod holders from there. This round disc here, pop this off. This is for your transducer. We talked about this in our last video with the Profish GT. You've got a wooden cutting board, big opening here, lots of storage inside of this. Lots of storage where you can put your Tankwell battery in here for your fish finder. You can put your Plano boxes in here. You can put your gulps in here. You can put your whatever in there. And then this is totally removable with this pin. You just take this out, put this in your car, put it back in. If you want to see the accessories that go in this spot, check out our Profish GT accessory review. They fit in the same kayak, whether it's the Profish GT or the Reload. Now something else that this boat comes with stock is a rudder. So if you notice that these foot pegs have a toe control here versus a sliding pedal, which is really, really nice to use. So that's connected. This is your tensioner. So if you need more or less tension, you can change the tension of the cable that's already threaded for you. You can get this with a rudder kit if you don't already have one, but they come stock with everything on here. It comes stock with the rudder. So you can adjust it in the back. Here's your toe control. A lot of space, a lot of flat deck area space as well. Just to the other side, you've got rod holders that actually face forward. It's a nice place to stick your rod when you're dealing with your fish. So the rod's out of your way, out of a paddle stroke when you need to make adjustments or when you're landing that fish. Coming back into the cockpit area here, big molded in side handles. This is an upgrade. They used to have aluminum bar running through this boat. The molded in handles make a really nice feature. Big, easy to grab. They're not going to be super hot like the old aluminum ones are, and there's a lot of space underneath it for your hand. They also have multiple pad eyes. So the silver one's for your seat, and you can use these two here for different accessories such as your thigh straps. You can actually surf this kayak. It's a lot of fun. I would never imagine surfing a 15-foot kayak. This one does it really well. There's some really cool videos out. You can check that out from other paddlers, but you can add that to this boat very easily, these thigh straps. And then just in front of this, you've got a twist hatch. Another great option right in front of the seat. So if you have your tackle or you need easy access to something, and this has a removable bucket. And at the bottom of this bucket, there is a foam plug. So guess what? This is molded into the boat. So you don't have to worry about getting water into the kayak. So this bucket drops back in. Some of the best hatches I've seen in the industry. This big yellow silicone seal here with maybe a quarter of a twist, locks that in there. This has been very, very waterproof through our surf testing. They have a really nice clip-in seat, nice high back, a lot of ventilation here, both in the bottom and in the back. So even on really hot environments, it keeps you cool. Easy to clip in and out right here. In the back of the seat, which is provided with the kayak, you've got water bottle holders. And then behind the seat, lot of stuff in this boat. So you have two different hatches, or two hatches on either side. And if you look carefully in the bottom, there is a drain plug. So if you wanted to, you could actually make this a small little bait well. If you were using a little bit of fish, you can open this up, get a little bit of water in there, pour water in there if you want, throw your bait in there. It's a really neat access, really neat hatch system they've got created. So that's on either side. You want rod holders? You got a ton of them behind the seat. Two that are flush mounts on the outside, two flush mounts on the inside, plus Railblazer ports. So you could put a ton of rod holders on rods or gaffs or nets all behind the seat out of the way. And then it has this gigantic Tankwell. It's about the same size as the Profish GT with about 3 extra feet of length for speed. Got big drain holes here for scupper holes. Okay, and then it has a drain plug back here on the back right. It has 2 handles here for carrying, and it has a lot of molded in threaded inserts. So if you want to run an anchor trolley, you could put that right in. I believe this is a 5M. Another Railblazer port for a flag, usually back in here. And then this is the rudder. Rudder line comes through here. This bracket here is easy enough to open and close. So all you have to do is open up these carabiners and take the rudder off, let's say when you get back to the beach, and the pin comes out. We have the Bixby rudder on here right now. So that just easily bolts onto here. It comes stock with just this, but the Bixby rudder has an extra piece on here to raise and lower the motor. But that just goes right in here like this. Put your stainless steel carabiners in there. Connect this uphaul line, and you're good to go. That's for the Bixby motor. Normally, you don't have to raise and lower the rudder. Automatically will kick up. So if you get some kelp, rock coming to the beach, this automatically kicks up. You don't have to worry about it, which is really, really nice. Now, if you look at the bottom of this stern, right in here, this keel line is great. It holds the boat going straight. You don't really need the rudder that much. But the keel line makes this boat fast, makes this boat track, and also makes this boat maneuverable, oddly enough. It almost sounds like it's a juxtaposition of terms. But you can actually play with this boat in the waves really well. It handles big surf. This is the offshore boat for me, for sure, here in California. It's a great boat, handles all conditions, and it paddles like a dream. When I'm up on the lakes, I'll put the Bixby on the back. That way I can use my motor to move me around so I can fish easier. And this is the Reload from, or the Profish Reload series from Viking Kayaks, made in New Zealand. Just a really well-made boat. And some of the other accessories that you'll see in our Profish GT video that I really like with this particular boat is the chill pod. This bad boy sits right in there, fits like a glove. And this is where you can put all your fish in here, all back in here. When you get back to the dock, All you have to do is unstrap it, unclip it, whole thing comes out, it goes back into your car or in the back of your truck. A lot of great options. This boat is built to fish. This boat is built for paddlers. This boat is built for speed. And it has really great stability. Even though it says it's 30 inches wide, it has that lower center of gravity seat that makes paddling this thing great. So once again, check out the Profish Reload from Viking Kayaks. This is Tom with Central Coast Kayaks and Pro Kayak Fishing. Come on down and see us. Let's get you on the water and let's go fishing.